A very good morning to Rod Sutherland, Rod. North Central Grand Final. Nice conditions and should be a good game.
Excellent day considering the weather we had yesterday. It looks magic.
Yep. Have you got the North team there? I'd just like to read it out. The North side.
The North side, we've got Shane Scarman at full forward. And in the forward pocket, we've got Warwick. David Warwick. I'm not sure on the other forward pocket at the moment. And young McQueen on the half-forward flank. Mick McInerney at centre half-forward. Russell Taylor on the half-forward flank. I don't think he'll stay there. He'll be all over the ground. Hyman on the wing. Mark Costello for the A-grade. Playing back with the under-18s for some weeks there at centre. Mick Gale on the wing. Kelvin Bowden on the half-back line. Chris Maisie at centre half-back. And Chapman, the half-back flank. Colgan, Taylor and Aragon making up the back line. The ruck will be led by Big Smithy, Peter Smith, who's been in top form lately. They're looking for a big game again from him today.
Yes, he's one of the biggest men in the under-18 competition, Rod, and if he starts firing, gets the ball down to the little bend, will North Stream with a big chance.
Yeah, I think so. They've got nothing to lose. Centrals are obviously the trendsetters. North's got close with a couple of times during the year.
This be their strongest side for quite a few weeks, Rod?
North would be. Since the final started, just before the finals, and Costello was hurt in the A-grade. He got concussion and they dropped him back and he played in the under-18s the last couple of games. So they've got...
Of course, they've got plenty of fire up forward too, with Scarman at full forward. He's kicked a heap of goals this year. McInerney at centre half forward, that's a pretty good the key position there. The centre half forward and the full forward position looks pretty strong.
He's a real playmaker when he fires. If they can bring him into the game early, that'll lift his confidence. He starts running around. He's a terrific deliverer of the ball, well-balanced young bloke.
He likes to feed the hand pass too, the guys coming past.
Yeah, so they can run up to that. They're fairly determined side. Apart from that, the half-back line's a good one.
It's another young Basie at centre half-back. He played in the back pocket there. They timed the play West early in the year. He looks a very strong player.
Yeah, we're pretty impressed with him. He got sent off last week. So it was probably a minor incident. I hope that won't ruin the game today.
Notice Daniels is playing for Central.
Right.
He's going to be out before the game, but he's come through.
I don't know a lot about the Central team. They're supposed to be good runners of the ball.
Yes, they've got a few dangerous players. Young Matthews and Daniels, number 3 and 4 are ones to look out for, along with number 19, Timms. And of course, up forward, they've got Mark Myers, number 22. Right, he's kicked 90 goals this year, I believe, in the third, so he's a danger player up forward.
The way the breeze is at the moment, there's very little, but it's favouring the scoreboard end, Eakins Avenue end. It won't matter, won't do much for the game, I don't think, the win.
Goals can be kicked either end for sure.
Yeah. North last week in the first quarter kicked 4 against a stronger breeze than this in the first quarter, and I think they'll be looking to jump right from the beginning and jump Centrals and see what happens from there, put the pressure right on them. I think the first few touches of the game will help. A lot of lads will be nervous. Under-18s are asking a lot to play the grand final and not be nervous.
Starting this game. Teams going through their preliminaries. Central's on the ground very early, Rod.
Yeah, they were out there 15 minutes ago, kicking end to end, running through a bit.
Okay, Rod, so players getting in position to the start of this grand final, and we get the toss. Who's kicking where?
North's are kicking against the breeze, yep. Central's with it.
Yes, looks like Central's with the breeze.
The Wireless Football League wishes to welcome everybody here for the under-18 Colts Grand Final.
Young Albie Neiman in the forward pocket there.
For North Wireless, number 1 is Paul Eden, number 8 is A. Neiman, number 14 is Jay Bush, number 21 P. Chapman, and number 4 D. Lynch. The centre wire guide is as listed.
A few alterations of the guide there, which we're jotting down. Just about in readiness for the start of the game, Rod.
Those lads named then were all under 15 players.
Right. It's about to commence the start of the grand final, thirds for 1987.
John Nilsson about to bounce the ball. He stopped to talk to somebody. The other umpire is Kittle. John Kittle, is it?
Johnny Kittle, that's it. So there's the bounce in the centre. Smith up against the opponent for Central, taken away by North. Player grabbed high, I think, and the free kick will go the way of North from the centre again. We'll go into attack through number 22 in Costello. Gets on the left foot, kicks it out wide to the grandstand wing.
Mick Gale out here in the open.
Gale picks the ball up now, looks further afield. Tries to find a teammate there than young Warwick.
Russell Taylor picks the ball up now, kicks it high. It's gone right into the forward pocket. Scarman looking for the ball. It's almost taken up. It's played on.
Bit stiff there not to be played the mark. Free kick to go the way of Central's. Rod?
Yeah, I thought he was. He didn't quite control it, perhaps. Bounced around. Comes a Central player down badly here with a sore leg.
That's Brome kicking the ball. Goes to the wing. A bit of pushing and shoving going on, and free kick will go the way of Michael Gale for North. He's between centre wing and right half forward flank grandstand side. There's your kick, goes into centre half forward, looking for McInerney. Ball hits the ground.
Costello nearly took time and looking for the ball in the pack. Now in the pack. That's a free throw over the shoulder to Centrals.
That's 4 frees already in the first minute and a half. Kick by Brome, goes into the centre of the ground, looking for number 3 there for Centrals, and Matthews, the captain of the side. He gathers now, got plenty of pace as he scoots away from his opponent into centre half forward, and Myers drifting down from full forwards, marked about 15 metres out from goal. Kick by Myers, gets plenty of distance, goes right into the square, and this is going to go off hands and through for the minor score. The first, Rod, for the game.
First score for the game. That was done very well by Centrals from centre half back. Basically 2 kicks. Fair bit of pace then from that lad in the middle there.
Yes, that was young Matthews, yep.
Yeah.
As the breeze starts to
Freshen up a bit. Kicking in was Taylor. Kicks out to the pack. Smith tries to get the ball out of the pack. Finds Pyman, he's tackled. The ball comes to Centrals. It's cleared by a handball. Colgan looking for the ball. The kick away by David Tucker for Centrals. Roving the pack was a Central player. He's now run it into the forward pocket.
That was Butcher.
Evaded the North players. It's on the ground again now. Knocked out of his hands.
He's going to bounce it. Yep.
It's going to bounce.
So both teams no doubt keen to get the first goal on the board as the ball's tucked away in the left forward pocket. 15 is Tucker. Taps it down. He's against Smith. Picked up there, cleared by Norse to the half-back flank, but there's that number 3 again, right in Shane Matthews. Goes inboard, centre half forward, and finds a teammate there.
Very much in zone. Full checking by North.
Ron Ellis, number 8. Ellis has kicked long to the square. A big leap over the top, and in front it's going to be North mark. Who's that, Rod?
I can't see who it is. He's played on, and the ball's been smothered. Picked up by Centrals. Handball back towards the middle, back into the pocket again. Handball through along the ground. A little quick left footer by Kyron Butcher. And that's the first one on the ground. I think that was Butcher, number 5.
Yeah, that's number 5 Butcher. That's right, Rod. So, quick goal. That took just over 3 minutes to get that goal. So back in the centre, Rod. 1-1 plays nil by North. Smith the thump away from the centre.
Costello's running the ball.
Oh, he leaves it behind him. Coming through there was number 10 in Timms. That's Glenn Timms. And the free kick go the way of Centrals. They've got 3 frees to North 2 at this stage. There's a kick to the centre wing. Almost a mark there to North player. In front of the pack there was Ellis for Central. He kicks it up to the half forward line. The ball's a straying out of play. In fact, it's out of bounds on the full rod, and North will clear from that half-back flank.
This breeze has sprung up a bit. I don't know what it'd be like out on the ground.
Kick to centre wing, but Central's there. Ooh, both players undecided. Hand pass comes out to Pyman. Another goal.
Through to Costello.
Good handball, that one. Costello to Taylor. Centre half forward. Can't take the mark. Needs support though, Rod.
Yeah. He's got a runner now if he uses him.
That's young Warwick.
Young Warwick. And he's bowled over quite strongly by a Central back player there. Young Peter Chapman. Recently played in the state competition in Perth. He passes to McInerney. McInerney on the wing goes inside. And he finds Andrew Rennie. Andrew goes a short left footer. He set young McInerney up.
Did he ever? Taken by Matthews. Matthews hand pass out into the centre of the ground, taken by player in Timms. Well, he gains control again, kicks the hand pass over teammate. Central's working the ball out of the centre.
Back into the middle. They got the runners backing each other up at the moment.
It's Timms again, the vice-captain. The forward pocket, Chapman, but number 12 there for Central was
Chapman beats the ball
Blackwell.
through the pack.
Well done, Chapman.
Runs off the half-back flank with it. Drop punch looking for McInerney again.
Oh, got up high.
McInerney tries to tap it back, but it's punched away. Smith takes the ball in the middle of the ground now, puts it on the left foot. There's a brave mark. It was a good bit of work by both boys. They kept their eye on the ball.
Don Wingfield, that was.
And Don Wingfield against Taylor. Looking out on the wing again. Mick Gale's under the ball. Handballed over the top by Darren Quirk. That's sent up to Shane Matthews. He looks at centre half forward. Finds the North player in front. He drops the ball out. Chapman with a handball. Chapman goes into the middle of the ground now.
Clever stuff. Oh, beautiful
And
pass,
beautiful.
McInerney. Yeah. Quick handball, McInerney. Oh, rode the bump well in number 22.
Costello out with a handball to Rennie. Rennie out to Pyman. Slows him up, but he gets it on the left foot now. You're looking for Albie Neiman. Andrew Neiman out in the forward pocket. He's over the top of the ball, but the Central player managed to hang on to it. The ball will be rolled out of bounds, thrown in.
Notice how quick McInerney was with the handball rod to get it moving.
Yeah,
Good play.
Yeah, he's a looker. He looks around all the time.
Taken by Costello out of the pack there.
He's
trying to get it on.
Tried to do a bit too much, perhaps. Neiman's fighting for the ball, punches it off the ground, it's out of bounds again. Deep in the left forward pocket for North.
There's a throw in, taken by Centrals from that tackle. Well tackled there by Taylor. Gets his boot into the full forward area. It's a one-on-one situation here. Centrals are North. Scarman's there for North. And eventually the ball was bundled over the line for a throw in.
Coming in now to the right forward pocket, being thrown in. Going up for it is Scarman. He's looking at the back. He's hit it over the back. He's found McInerney. If he can get the ball, he can't. The right footer into the square, and Andrew Neiman's hooked over his shoulder, and he's found Taylor on the other side of the square. And Taylor's about 8 metres out. By the time he kicks it, he's on a reasonable angle, about 45 degrees, kicking straight into the breeze. Does it very casually and pops it through for North's first goal.
That one coming at the 7.5 minute mark right of the first quarter by Taylor. So North trail by 1 point. They're one straight goal. Central's on 1-1.
With John Nilsson about to bounce the ball again. Central's lead by 1 point. Smith goes up, punches it down. It's hit through by a North player, but Central's battling it out. Smith's over the ball again. It's a holding the man free to Shane Matthews again. He's taking the ball from centre.
He's a dangerous player already in this game, isn't he?
He's had 4 or 5 kicks already, I think.
Kick to centre half forward. No one can take the mark. At the back, Chapman, who's playing good in defence for North. Short pass off will find a teammate in Gale.
Rennie running down the wing, but Chapman takes the handball from Gale. And Chapman delivers the ball very well again in front of Rennie. Hits it past the Central opponent. Takes one bounce, but he's going to be caught. Doesn't get enough support and enough torque. Shane Matthews clears it up again for Central. Well played.
That play there was Ellis.
And Smith has felled a Central player, pushed him over after he kicked it, and that's a free up the ground.
That's through Timms, Adam Timms. Gets around the players, a bounce. Has 2 bounces. Gets around another opponent, can shoot for goal from 40 metres, but he's offline, I feel, and through for the minor school. Centrals go to 1-2, 2 points a bit on North and 1 straight goal. Adam Timms, the vice captain of the Centrals. And behind, as we wait for the kick in. Short pass here is immaculate, straight to Pyman, who marks on the chest. Wearing the famous number 10 Guernsey, Rod.
Yes, the North Guernsey.
He's steadying play down for a bit. Now he goes looking for Chapman, number 21. Smith was over the top, so too was Timms. Matthews, hand pass here, we win astray, and this will give North the opportunity up the centre wing. Taylor's in front, and Taylor, good grab.
Good.
Excellent grab.
On the wing, he now fires it into the half-forward flank. It's missed by the North, by all players. Cleaning up is young Wingfield. He handballs, it's tackled, back to Wingfield again. He gets a quick kick under pressure, and the ball is now taken by Daniel Colson. He looks out on the half-forward line. We've got
number 24.
Greg Cheeseman.
Number 24, actually.
Yeah.
Not listed. We missed him in the budget early on.
McQueen.
Young McQueen.
Yeah. Ball's taken by the Centrals in the back pocket, clear out to Nick Jacobs. Nick takes a mark between the half-back line and the full-back line for Centrals. He now's called to play on. He goes with a big screw punt down to the wing area. Taylor's under the ball, and Russell Taylor again takes a mark for North. Not a lot of movement in the North forward line yet.
Nice kick.
Yeah. Sent for Smith.
Oh, almost. No support there, though.
No, he didn't get the ball out.
There. Coming near with a tackle. Young Pyman, but it's cleared by centre to centre. And there's at number 3 again, Matthews. He's creating havoc.
Again in the middle.
Yep, goes to centre half forward line, but Colgan takes a safe mark on the chest. Could go to the top of Chapman, but decides to settle and kick it back into the centre, but still directed. Matthews again. Kicks long. Into full forward. Myers at the back. Oh, he's played him.
He played the man behind. He looked a bit like he did grab it cleanly.
Yep.
North bloke was done by height, I think.
Yeah, he was a bit unlucky there.
Yeah, but he was in front.
So Myers shoots for goal. And
I think he snuck that one in. No,
he's offline through for the minor score. Central's 1-3, Rod. North's 1 straight goal. 3 points of difference. 11 and a half minutes into the quarter.
Well, if this breeze is of any use, Central's are probably... that was a set shot. The last 2 shots they've had have been fairly set. Taylor to kick it in. He kicks it out to the right up back flank for North. The ball's taken by Smith. Takes the mark. Kicks towards the centre wing area. Up high was a North player, but it comes off hands to Centrals, roving the ball well.
Butcher.
Centrals players, and there's Smith again, takes it up with an ill-directed kick.
He's taking it off him, I think, Rod. Put the feet up.
Yeah, I didn't see that one.
Lifted his foot up, and 3 is taken by Tucker.
Tucker's between half forward and the full forward line. He's lining it up. Kicks it up, the wind will blow it through, I think. Looks like it's through for a goal.
Yes. Centrals kicked their second goal at the 12-13 minute mark. 2-3 plays, 1 straight goal. Tenner, Rod. And the goal from Centrals makes them 2-3. North's 1 straight goal.
That was a pretty important goal, I think. Centrals needed another one to make use of the wind. The ball's hit forward and towards centre half forward, punched over. It's now passed out of the square. Centrals have the ball on the ground, and it will stay there, and John Kittle will bounce it.
And
Smith right at centre half forward for North.
Smith's all fired up now after that goal. He got a big thump into the centre then. So it's at centre half forward again. Smith with another thump. This time taken by Brome. He's pulled off the ball.
McQueen kicks it up high. It hasn't gone very far. The ball comes down to the ground now with McInerney with the ball. Handballs it out towards Pyman. He taps it. Smith on the ground with the ball. It's still rolling around. Pyman and a central player contest the ball, and it'll be thrown up. Thrown up at centre half forward.
Yep.
Smith again. He takes the ball this time and drops to the ground. Pyman is tackled well, and it's...
He threw it away in 15 metres, given there by Kittle. Umpire Kittle. 7 flees to 2 in favour of the Centrals at the moment. That was a correct decision because he did.
He played on well after the whistle. Yeah, it was a throw, and then Costello played on.
So Timms kicks the ball up further afield, and it's marked very casually there by Darren Quirk. Almost in the centre of the ground. He kicks up to the half-forward line. Myers is there for Centrals. Can't take the mark in opposition to Taylor. Colgan runs into a dead end. As we see Chapman gather the ball in. Got a bit of pace, Chappie. Picked up, though, by the ever-dangerous Matthews, who kicks long to the square, and I think he might have put it through, or has it just been touched on the line? No, he's given him a goal. So first goal of Matthews, and a couple of quick ones there. They went away a little now. They get a 3-3 North on 1 straight goal.
Fiddle about to bounce the ball again after that goal. Sentinels having kicked away to 2-goal 3 lead. Up goes Smith again. It's a nullified rock, comes out towards Andrew Rennie. He picks it up, puts it on the left foot, goes through to centre half forward. It beats all players. McInerney feeds the handball out to McQueen. McQueen onto his left foot, flops it in towards the full forward position. Scarman didn't quite make front position. Central player takes the ball off the ground, but his handball has found a North player.
McQueen.
And the ball has found Danny Colson, resting rover, right in the goal square. A quick little kick out of that pack from McQueen.
Yeah, once again, that was a constructive hand pass by McInerney, wasn't it?
Yeah, he found that player running past. The kick from that player wasn't that good. Here we have Danny Colson there, puts it through. And that's a handy goal for North. That brings them back close to Centrals.
Certainly does. They've kicked 2 straight into the breeze. 2 straight goals. Centrals on 3-3. and we've been playing 16 and a half minutes into the first quarter. 3-3 plays 2 goals after that goal from Colson right in the square. Smith gets another tap away, favours Pyman. Pyman gathers in, but it's caught, but shrugs a tackle, kicks it up to half forward, looking for Mackinnon, who's made front position. But Brome at the back takes the mark. Goes short, looking for the playmaker and Matthews, and he's marked on centre wing. Goes a chipping little pass out wide, who finds number 12 in Blackwell. Blackwell's left foot pass through the field. North's created, Central's created a loose man, and that player's Quirk on centre wing. Quirk not sure what to do. Doesn't know whether to go long, short, kicks into the man on the mark.
By Mick Gale.
And the ball's out of bounds. Yep, well done.
He took a long time to get rid of that ball. North were playing better in the back line, were checking tightly, gave him nothing to kick to. Eventually called the play on as he wandered around. Now going to be thrown in at wing. Bit of a battle, but it comes straight to Pyman. He's held without the ball and will take a free kick from John Kittle. He looks into towards the centre and he sees Costello, who's dropped into centre well. North with the ball right in the centre of the ground. Costello goes long into the breeze looking for Scarman. He's bundled out of the way though, and the mark is taken by Centrals.
Free kick to... No, sorry, it's the mark. I thought he called a free kick.
It looked like he was going to.
Yep.
No, Centrals again created a loose player out on the wing.
Matthews again.
Matthews, but he's handballed it to nobody, but he will take a free for over the shoulder. And now there'll be a 15 metre because the North player didn't pick the ball up. I don't know whether that's a rule or not. FAD.
Yeah. To himself. So just back of the centre half forward. He'll go short looking for Myers. Not Myers, it's teammate. But goes over his head. Chapman tries to get a hand pass away, but in the meantime was impeded, and we'll get a free kick. He's at centre half.
Chapman's had a lot of kicks.
Played well in defence, Chapman, yeah. Good player. As his kick goes high and wide to centre wing. Up there for North, couldn't take the mark. That was number 12 in Warwick. In the meantime, Blackwell gets a kick away. Was felled after he kicked the ball, and will be a free kick up the ground. Number 17 is Costello for Centrals. Picked up by Blackwell. His kick is partially smothered. Central player, they're running into a tackle. They had the head ducked, so I don't know why he's giving a high tackle. It's a free kick to number 23 in Brickick.
And he passes it straight to out in front of the square to a Central mark.
I think that
dead in front.
Looks like Tim's number 19, I think. You'll find.
Yes, it is.
It is. So 9 points of difference. A straight kick here will make it 15. Very untidy action, but it's a very effective kick. Tim's kicks his first goal. He's kicked 1-1 in fact, so North's go to 4-3. Just edge a little bit further away from North now on 2 straight goals. 20 minutes into the quarter.
John Kittle.
30 seconds in the time on, Rod.
Yeah, there's not much time left. Wouldn't be much time on. There's only been the 6 goals. Smith goes up. The Central player takes a big knock from centre, and with young Blackwell running through, but it's taken away from him by Mick Gale. He tries to handball out to Chapman. That comes a miss. The Sentinels run it through the half-forward line. They've got a loose play in the middle. It's young Blackwell again. He looks for the square, but it's not there. The ball's almost taken off hands. Desperate play by the North back line, and the ball's handballed.
Well done, and almost a mark to Myers on the second grab too, but...
Almost, yeah, but he's been fairly tough on those marks.
Yeah.
That was at least consistent.
Yeah, good solid pressure there by the North defence, put it through for one behind. Kick in by Taylor, goes to the... Hello, what's going on here? 15-metre penalty.
Central player was apparently too close.
I think that was Myers protesting about the mark. He should have been paid, he thought, but...
And this rule brings the ball right to the square. Half-back line for Centrals. North, the half-forward line of Centrals. Half-back line of North.
Taylor
now kicks the ball just over centre. McInerney in front, but he's held well by the Central player. They clear it out again, and there's another loose player for Centrals out on the wing. And they now have the loose man again at with Matthews taking the mark on the half-forward line.
He's everywhere, this bloke.
Yeah.
Looks for Myers. Well, in fact, it wasn't Myers this time. It was the just trying to pick this player up. Number 5 again. That's Butcher, who's kicked their first goal here.
And he was left on his own for a long time.
He's prodded it. Second goal to Butcher. Centrals kicked their 5th. 5 goals, 3 of Centrals. North on 2 straight goals. And we've been playing 22.5 minutes in the first quarter. Back in the Centrals, right, and the Centrals going to make they could have an interchange play getting ready. Anyway, it's back with Smith.
Bounce. Smith punts it again, but it's again picked up by the central players. It's worked out towards the wing. The ball's just rolled on the ground. It's taken, it's tackled by Costello. He's looking to go through, but he ran into his own player. He got the handball out to Taylor, back to Costello. Tried to handball through, but that was smothered well by Wingfield. But Costello's back into the play, and he's now been charged. Well, pinged for holding the ball.
A little bit hot.
Delivering it properly. Might have been unlucky. Wingfield takes it. He did well, Wingfield. And he finds Greg Utting out on the wing area. I guess the ruckman for Centrals. He punts it into the centre-half forward position now. Taylor comes up. Doesn't punch the ball away. It's fed out towards Colgan. He overruns the ball. Taylor's backing it up. Central players in front. And the ball will be bounced by John Wilson.
Half forward left flank for Centrals. Ruck work will be done by Chapman. Also does the roving. Gets it over well to a teammate. Quick kick up towards the centre wing position where Blackwell versus Gale. Blackwell was a bit of a push in the back and high tackle or whatever, and he'll get a free kick on the centre wing. Goes inboard to centre half forward, looking for the number one playmaker Matthews, and he's had a bundle of kicks his first quarter. Goes to the true centre half forward position, looking for Myers. He can't take the mark. Player there was claiming the mark. Cool play on. Central player got a high tackle. That was Mark Myers, and he'll take the free at centre half forward.
Most of the frees that North's given away have been for high tackles at this stage.
A lot of high tackles.
Heck of a lot of it. A little crude in some of their tackling. A little bit late at times as well. Central player kicks that.
I think he's put it
through. It's another one to Centrals.
First goal, no kick three quick ones. They got to march under 6-3. In fact, 6-4. And Norths are on 2 straight goals.
Minutes for Centrals.
Yeah, 25 minutes of play we've had, so we've had 5 minutes of time on. Although we've seen 8 goals kicked.
Smith goes up again. He tries to take the ball. It's onto the ground. Fed from Pyman to Costello. Costello goes with a low drop punt and he hits Scarman on the chest, but he drops the ball. And that would have been the same thing as what happened to young Costello before. A bit hard, but the arm was taken away. We've got Andrew Neiman. With Bell goes. Andrew Neiman at the half-forward line, probably about
chance from there,
40 metres out. It's a big kick, but he's kicking into a reasonable breeze, I think, now. I think it's freshened up a bit. He'll have to get it onto the boot well. He runs in fairly close to the central player, puts it up. Didn't make the distance, and it's kept out by the central player.
So quarter time, Rod. Central's on 6-4 after a late burst in the last 5 minutes of that quarter, where they kicked 3 goals. Norths are on 2 straight goals. And just quickly, the goal kickers: Butcher 2 for Centrals, Timms, Myers, Tucker and Matthews 1 each, Taylor and Colson for North. And we'll be back for the start of the second quarter. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, he got the ball out a couple other times. It wasn't take the most of it, did they?
Now back in the centre for the... Just about ready to start the second quarter, Rod.
Yeah. No changes, I can see.
No. Mike Kittle holds the ball up. And the second quarter about to commence.
Centrals with a 28-point lead at this stage. North kicking with this breeze. Taken by Centrals, cleared out to Adam Timms. He runs into the centre forward area, passes, and a low pass, and it finds Paul Costello quite well. Beautiful pass. He now looks towards the full forward area. Centrals on a lead. Ball's punched away well by Taylor. Cleared up again by Chapman. He handballs back to Vasey. Vasey with a left foot kick out to the half-back flank. Pyman in the van, but it goes past him onto Costello. Costello, quick kick up to the wing area. Rennie tries to punch it back, but it's rose well again by Centrals. He's almost holding the ball. He's allowed to play on. Follows it up with another tackle. Ball's taken through by the big fella from Centrals. He handballs over the top. He runs into striker, gets rid of the ball. Centrals are running on, talking to each other quite a lot, but Costello now takes the ball. Tackle takes it away from him. Head out to Pyman. Pyman on the left foot kicking along the wing area.
Still in play.
Punched out. It's still in play. Good spin out of trouble there by Adam Timms. He finds Daniels on his own. He bounced the ball. He has to go back forward. He goes around the North player, looks in towards centre half back for North. No real desire there from the North players. It's kicked out of that pack and it's right into the path of the central player, and he goes for the soccer off the ground, but it's touched.
1 point.
through for a point. North were a bit lucky to get out of that one. That ball came over very well to that Central player then.
6-5 plays 2 goals, so Central's looking dangerous in the early parts of the second quarter. There's a kick in. Smith up there tries to spoil it away, almost taken there by Daniels. A hand pass, loose hand pass comes out to the Central player who's caught. That was Quirk. Now number 12 for what was White, but coming through for North very strongly there was number 16 player there in Aragon. Now number 19, Timms, gathers the ball in, kicks it back to centre half forward. Chapman's there for North. He's in the best position to mark, but can't do so. Smith at the back, gets a left foot kick away towards the boundary line. And I think the ball will just go over the line. Oh, it's pulling up in front. Eventually it's over. I think that was out of bounds on the full.
Came off the Central player's boots. The boundary umpire's not seen that, and he'll throw it in. Smith is arguing with him, instead of getting back into position. And the boundary umpire's now remonstrating about what Smith said. Apparently he's pointing the bone. Kittle said, get on with it. The ball will be thrown in the half-forward flanker for Centrals. Goes to Central ruckman. He taps it well, and Chapman comes through with the boot, soccer style, gets it through the pack to Costello. Costello out to Pyman. Pyman onto the left foot, down the wing. Looking through McQueen. McQueen takes the ball, taps it, keeps it in play. Now left foot towards centre half forward. There's nobody there for North. Central player picks up. Strong tackle by McInerney, but it's kicked out to the wing. It's about to be picked up by David Tucker. He's tackled by Pyman. Coming through is Vasey.
Everything go on here, aren't
they? The ground. Taylor picks it up. He runs through centre on his own. He takes one bounce. Now, a big kick that's high. It's looking for Neiman. Scarman hits the ball up in the air. He takes the ball, misses it, drops it. Back to Neiman. He tries to fall on the ball. The ball will be held there and should be thrown up and be bounced by.
Geez, they're paying close attention to Scarman up there, Rod, aren't they?
Yeah, the lad on him's quite strong, and he's bodying him out the way, I think. The North still should have a runner up. Feet off the hands. Scarman goes up now. It's out just outside the square. It's found a North player, and his left foot kick was missed.
It's young Rennie missed that one.
He missed that one. One more point to North. They now go to 2-1. Centrals is 6-5.
Yep, 3, almost 4 minutes to play in the second quarter.
Go to bring it into play. Kick it out to the North left half forward flank. Queen punches the ball forward, but no one in particular, but through comes Taylor on his own again. He drop punts that towards the goal, so he's missed it. And it's another point to North. They're now 2-2. Taylor rode that one well. I think North's got to do a lot more of that.
Yep.
Picking that ball up off hand. Start running a lot more. The short pass is on. It's come undone, but it's picked up by Central's. Handball over the top. Costello takes the ball on the half-forward line. Doesn't get a lot of support. Now Pyman picks it up. Handball's back towards Costello and Neiman. The ball is now hit by Central's towards the boundary and was thrown in. North left half-forward flank.
Yes, so North have added 2 behinds. Centrals have added 1 behind so far. Early stages of the second quarter. Up they go. Over the top was Matthews. Number 15 is Tucker for Centrals. Kicks it up to the centre wing position. Daniels in front, marks on the chest. Now goes for a long hand pass across to Quirk, who fumbles. It wasn't Quirk, it was Ellis. He's caught holding the ball, and North will take the free kick from centre wing grandstand side. And Taylor.
He's come alive a bit this quarter. It's his third kick this quarter, and I don't think he would have had that many in the first.
Nice long kick. Neiman at the back. At the front, Scarman. I think the mark's been paid.
They went through the other people, hit Neiman on the nose, and he grabbed it the second time. It's a good mark. There he goes with this kick.
He's got the breeze coming across the right shoulder, so he's got to allow for that.
I think we've got to move. I think Taylor's moved in towards the centre, or on the ball perhaps for North. He started on the half-forward flank.
No, he hasn't allowed for the breeze at all there. So North sadly offline this quarter so far. They're 3rd behind. And they go to 2-3 now. Trailing 6-5 Centrals.
Brought in again by the Central full-back. He kicks out again to the same place. Smith up, but misses the ball. Falls on it. Pack forms. Smith works it out of the pack well. Gets it out to Costello. He breaks a tackle. Goes to his left. Now goes back to his right. Back to his left again. Gets tackled well after he got rid of that ball.
Neiman will have another shot.
Neiman in the left forward pocket for North. A lot of spaces up there for North. Standing around. Neiman's going to take a long kick to the square. Takes his time, lines it up. Kicks it into the man. He ran in close. Queen looking for the ball. Costello and Neiman again. Neiman takes on the left foot. He's tackled well. As he kicks it, it's out on the full.
The ball's in between back pocket and half-back flank. There's a kick in. Ball to number 18. That's been marked by Tim Costello. Plays on quickly, gets it into the almost into the centre. Gale's in front. Can't quite take the mark. Blackwell's there for Centrals. Gets a hand pass over there to number 15 and Tucker. Back to Blackwell. Blackwell needs support. He gets it from the big fellow coming through there. Can't quite pick him. I think it was Costello. Player bumped off the ball there. Warwick soccers off the ground. This gives Taylor the run of the ball. He's got waiting the ball to bounce to him. Now taps it over towards the Queen. He looked to appear to be tripped and with a free kick.
Queen on the half-forward flank. That was good work by Taylor. He got that ball through well then. Queen goes to centre half forward now. McInerney tries to work his way in front, but it's a big mark and a well taken mark by the central fullback. He's playing well on Scarman.
Certainly is. Scarman hasn't been able to get into the play at all down there. This is kicked to centre wing. Smith, but in front, Shane Matthews. Probably the best player on the ground at the stage. Kicks it into the centre. Well sport though by the North player there. Tries to get it down to a teammate. That's young Warwick. His kick in towards centre half forward is going to be blocked by Central. Player there, number 17, and Paul Costello gets it out wide to Blackwell. Gale's in pursuit. Blackwell gathers the ball in, shrugs a tackle, dummies a hand pass, now gets it over to Matthews. Matthews under a bit of pressure. Central's fisting the ball forward. Player there tackled. Now Smith, the big fellow, can't pick the ball up. Tapped away towards the North player again.
Arrogant.
That was Arrogant. Players dive on the ball.
Kelvin Bowden,
was it? Players dive on the ball and see it bounce into the centre. So
Central's had a big opportunity then. There were 3 players at the ball. They messed around with it a bit too much. It's down bounce, centre. He's going to call that one back because it went straight to Smith at North. Kittle will bounce again. This one goes up straighter. Up comes Smith. Central player wins it down to attempted handball taken by North. Taken through the centre area now. Central's pressure stops the ball from being cleared. Pyman tries to spin out of trouble. There's a left-handed handball to Rennie. Or young Warwick. Young Warwick. Picked up by the Central player and is kicked to centre half forward. Central players have got the Rovers again at the fall of the ball. Good bit of shepherding by the Central half forward and a lovely pass. Myers finds Myers on a good lead. He now kicks towards the square. Struggle for position and
good mark.
Young Kelvin Bowden takes a strong mark. It'll be a 15-metre penalty for grabbing him over the shoulders after he'd taken the mark. He kicks high out. Taylor's under the ball, punches the ball down through to the other Taylor. The North full-back tries to hit the ball through. It's taken by Central's handball to into the centre of the ground.
Well, Central's got the numbers again.
Yeah, Paul Costello looks, but finds Chris Basie. He's played on, tackled, but kicked to the half-back line. There's nobody there. It runs through. It's in front of Costello now. He's got the run if he can control the ball. Takes one bounce. Settles, kicks long over centre half forward again, looking for Scarman. Again, no Rovers for North. Central pick the ball up, handball it back, and kick to the open spaces on the wing. There's a race for the ball now, straight on. And they both look at each other and miss the ball. North player falls on it, gets it up. Costello, he hasn't got the ball and take a free kick at the wing position. Almost will be 15 metres for not giving the ball back, but he's played on. He's found Taylor out on the wing. He runs through the half-forward line. The ball doesn't come off his boot properly.
Oh, and nice mark. Young Rennie, is it?
That's Rennie, who's taken a mark in the forward pocket. The umpires might have missed them. They might have played the advantage. The ball was taken well.
Yeah, Rennie's kicked it behind so far.
Little's under his left foot. The umpire's run a long way.
Oh, he's got it though.
Goal.
North here needed that one for sure. Their first for the quarter. That took 11 minutes. So North 3-3, Central 6-5, and Central's edge a little closer. North's edge a little closer, but still trail by 20 points.
Ball's bounced, and up goes Smith, and the Central player. Smith takes the ball through. Again, it's in front of the Central wingman. He takes the ball well. Tackled by Costello and has come out onto the wing. Sits up nicely for the Central player, but he fumbles it. Pyman butters up again. And the ball will be bounced. Ball we bounce centre wing position. We've got Smith and Utting. Smith works his way to the front. Utting gets back in there. Ball's tapped towards the boundary and will go out of bounds. We're thrown in again at the wing position.
Yeah, two number 20s doing battle in the ruck. Utting and Smith. Smith the heavier frame. And the ball's thrown in on centre wing. Goes over the top to Taylor. Tries to tap it down, but Central's at the back there. Hand pass is smothered, but picked up by the ever dangerous Matthews. Gets it over to Blackwell. Blackwell runs in a bit of trouble. Vasey goes straight through with the hip and shoulder. That was good stuff. Colgan, whoops, goes without the ball. Picked up by Timms. Timms kicks it in towards Chapman though. But Daniels gets the crumbs. Kicks it up to number 17 and Costello, Paul Costello. He can have a shot for goal. But it's going to be blocked there. Taylor versus Myers. Central's come clear with the ball through number 5. He shoots for goal. That was Butcher. And Butcher's put through his third goal of the game. Central's kicked one into the breeze. They get a 7-5, North's on 3-3.
Out the ball again. Central's taking a strong lead and hold on this game. Smith takes the ball, drops it, then gets it onto the boot. Down on the right half forward flank for North. We have Andrew Rennie after that ball. He takes it, he swings around onto his left foot. Looks up now, he's looking towards the full forward position. He runs through, runs a long way, but drop punt, drives it.
Beautiful goal.
That was an excellent reply from North then. And a good bit of running by Rennie.
It's a lifting goal, I think, too, Rod. Could lift North.
Could be the one that does it. They got a long way to go yet. They've got to use this breeze. We're now about 12, 13 minutes into this quarter.
See young Winfield getting ready to come onto the ground. I'm not sure he's coming off, but of course I've got 5 or 6 interchange players today, so using him at every opportunity.
The ball is bounced in the middle. Smith versus Utting. Smith goes up with a big knock through. It runs into the path of Pyman. It bounces badly for him. It falls into Taylor's hand. Taylor with a long screw punt drives towards the square. This one might have gone over the top, and that's another good goal to North. That's the sort of stuff they want to happen.
Yes, a couple of quick goals here to North, and they're right back in this game. 5-3 play 7-5. And doing as Central did in the latter part of that first quarter, right, getting a few quick goals, and that's, I think that goal from Rennie's inspired them somewhat. Another change there. We're back in the centre. Jackson's about to come on for Central. So Coach Burton using his interchange to effect. Smith the tap down. Pyman. Kick smothered there by Central. Conceding ground with a hand pass. 19 was Timms. Goes a hand pass over to teammate there, Ellis. Ellis runs the gauntlet, goes up, kicks the ball up to the half forward line. In front there was Vasey. Drops what he should have taken. Picked up by Myers over the left shoulder. Colgan's there to tidy up the North. Can he gather it in? Taylor's there. The loose ball comes to the front of the pack. Player there will be caught holding the ball, I think. Didn't make any attempt to get rid of it.
He had the ball on the ground and made no attempt to punch it out.
That was Daniels, and the free will go the way of Chapman, who's been a good defender for North so far.
Looking for somewhere to kick it now. Looking around. Decides to come out towards the wing position. The Norths are outnumbered out there. Not enough movement from the Norths. There's now a loose player in the middle of the ground again.
Must think it's his birthday. He's been unchecked, hasn't he, most of the day, this chap?
Yep.
Matthews.
He goes short to a lead, a good lead by
Myers.
Myers again. He follows up. Handball's back, but it's over his head. Costello runs through on his right foot. Handballs it out wide to Mick Gale. Ball doesn't bounce for him, but he sits up nicely and takes that ball very hard with Costello with a big tackle. And he's now picked out a free kick to Centrals again. That was again for over the shoulder. A huge percentage of these frees for Centrals are going for high tackles by North.
14 frees to 10 in favour of Centrals. A kick up to the half forward line. Nice mark taken there by Central player there. Kicks it up to the half forward in centre half forward position. No one can take the mark. The ball falls at the bottom of the pack and we'll see it bounce down.
Both those occasions contested marks. 2 North players up in the air and not one on the ground. They've held the ball though at centre half forward for Centrals. Smith runs in. Ball is tapped out by Central Ruckman. He takes it, kicks it into the square. And again, the ball is taken by Mark Myers.
Yeah, he's a good grab, this guy, and giving him front position is very hard to spoil. Yeah. He's kicked 1-1. Notice he's got a bandaged shoulder, left shoulder. His shot for goal is offline and through for the minor score, so 1-2 his tally. Central's progressed to 7-6, Norths are on 5-3, so the difference 15 points.
The ball's kicked in by Taylor, and he hasn't kicked it well, but it's in Chapman's path. He runs through, drops the ball, and the ball goes out of bounds. We're now having a throw-in between centre-half forward and the full forward area for Centrals on the right flank. Ball comes in, it's over the back of the pack again. It's gone right into Garth Jackson's hands. He runs through there, sets it up towards the square. Ball punched away by Taylor, and that's better work. Got to use that fist against Myers. Punch the ball clear. Now prepares to kick it in. Looking out again. He hasn't got onto this one either, but it's in the path of Costello. He takes the ball, gets tackled, but handballs it long. Into Taylor's hands. Taylor gets it onto the boot very quickly, back towards the centre. It beats that player. Mick Gale's in the open with the ball if he can run it through there. The tackle takes the ball off him. And it's picked up by Wingfield, kicked to centre-half forward, punched down by a North player. It's onto the ground now. Central's come through again. The ball will be bottled up right on the edge of the square, of the centre square. It'll be bounced by John Kittle.
Approaching the 90-minute mark. Norths have kicked 3 this quarter, Centrals have kicked 1.
North need a couple more to go in at half-time, even if they can. Pyman tries to hit the ball out wide, but it's been picked up again by a running Central player, and he takes it through. Myers and Taylor battled. Myers appeared to pick the ball up and drop it and let it go again, but he's allowed to play on. Picked up by Centrals in a snapshot.
Tim's
gone right in the forward pocket. I believe that might be a throw-in. Looked like he might have been over the line when he grabbed it, but he touched it, obviously.
Central's continuing to attack into the breeze, Rod.
Yes,
also got to get it out there and go directly down the ground.
They've had a fair bit of the play up in their forward lines. Again, the throw-in goes over the top of the ruckman. The Central player sitting on his own. He handballs back. Vasey picks it up, puts it onto his foot. Again, it's out in front of Gale. He can take the ball cleanly this time. He can't again. Well done by the Central player.
Blackwell.
Gale goes in hard. But Blackwell butters up again. Handballs long. Set his teammate up. They manage to hold the ball. No, they've come out of the pack with it. It's smothered. Back to Blackwell, he misses. Pyman fighting for the ball. Ball comes out wide. It's going to be bottled up there, and pack forms, and the ball will be bounced.
North defence under a lot of pressure, Rod, in the last three or 4 minutes.
Yeah, they've managed to scramble it. They're not getting the ball away from their half-back line.
Not getting it cleanly out of defence, are they?
No.
Vasey picks the ball up at centre half-back.
Looks around. Looks towards the wing. There's not a lot of movement up there for him. It's high ball to centre wing. Gale's under it and takes a good chest mark. A fair bit of pressure.
When he loose further field, he hasn't seen him.
He's kicked it towards centre to Taylor. Taylor taps the ball down in front. Handballs now to Costello. He comes around on his left foot like he always does. Kicks out to the left half full flank. Hits the Central player. Bounces off his chest. He recovers well. Kicks it out wide to the wing. There are Costello against 3 Central players, but he's going to be caught holding the ball. Turned around back into danger.
You don't get 2 chances. The kick by Matthews into the centre of the ground has found, I think it's Costello, Paul Costello. He'll go short out wide looking for Tucker, and Tucker's marked between centre and half forward. So as we mentioned, Central doing most of the attacking in the last 5 minutes, kicking to centre half forward looking for Myers. Taylor's there in front, down to Daniels, who read the play well off the pack. Shot for goal on the left foot. He's coming around. I think he's put it through. Central's keep their 8th. They kick 2 into the breeze. They got 8-7. Norths are on 5-3, and we've been playing 21.5 minutes in the second quarter. Right. Back with umpire Nielsen in the centre. We approach the half-time siren. Smith out ruck this time. Play there, and Colson goes to ground. We'll get a free kick. So Norths. Colson tries to get over to Chapman, and was ill-directed and marked by Blackwell. Almost in the centre of the ground, just backward to centre. In fact, there's Blackwell. Looking for leads further afield, goes short and finds Jackson. Jackson goes out wide to the flank. Costello's in front. Full arms of the Central player at the back. That was number 15 in Tucker. Gets a hand pass over to player there, number 8 in Ellis it was. Now Tim's working hard for Centrals on hands and knees. He's tackled, picked up by Vasey. Vasey will clear to the centre wing, but it's going to be marked by Quirk. Going Quirk on a half-forward flank.
Loose players for Centrals everywhere. They're running around. North aren't checking very well. He kicks towards centre half forward now. Big Smith's in there, but it's missed. John Nilsson's found a free kick. That'll be a free kick to Centrals for another high tackle. And this time it's Shane Matthews. He must be having about his 15th kick for the game. He goes short to a strong lead from Myers and finds him.
Good disposal there by
30
by
metres
Matthews.
out. And straight in front.
He goes short to the to Daniels. Daniels over the top, and the siren will beat him.
Siren goes, and that score will not be counted.
No, umpire says no score. So at half-time, Centrals lead 8-7, North's 5-3. The difference, 22 points. We'll be back to the start of the third quarter.
Knox, he's through to Taylor. Looks to be playing on the ball or in centre at the moment. He handballs back to Chapman, who may also be on the ball. He finds Mick Gale on the halfway between wing and centre half forward for North. Mick looking for somebody up ground. He drop punts towards Skarma, but he's not going to make the front position. The ball falls to ground though. We've got young Rennie, I think. He finds Warwick, another North player, but Costello spins around. He's caught again. Back to Warwick. Looking for McQueen, the ball's on the ground, and it'll be bounced. Costello's been caught several times today, trying to spin through a pack.
Yes, North's going to need a lift from a few players, particularly Skarman up forward. They need him to break clear of his opponent and get a few shots for goal. His confidence must be down a little bit.
Well, he hasn't had a clear run. The lad at fullback's played very well on him, giving him no space. The ball's bounced again, and it'll be recalled again. Third attempt by John Nilsson to bounce this ball at centre half forward. He throws it up.
Takes the easy way up.
And Smith takes the ball off hands, left foot high. Neiman's underneath the ball and will take the mark.
Yes, if he'd dropped that, Skarman would have been cursing him. He was coming in there.
Neiman held his ground.
A little bit closer than the shot he took at quarter time, the end of the quarter. Just keep one behind so far.
Flying the ball up, he's kicking straight into the breeze. Seems to put it on his foot well, and that's through the middle, and that's a goal that was needed by North, and now only 2 goals, 4 off the pace.
Yes, a good start for North in this quarter. Kicking goal on the breeze in the first minute and a half is just exactly what they needed.
Right, they do need a very big quarter. They need to be holding Central so they can come home with the breeze and use that. They made some use of it in the second quarter.
Well, both teams kicked 2 goals into the breeze in their respective quarters. But Central's made a bit of use in the first quarter, kicking 6 where North could only manage 3, and that's the difference at a half-time. Back in the centre, tap down, taken by Chapman, who appears to be on the ball. Gets it over to Taylor. North are now running into the centre half ball position to Skarman. Skarman taps it over well to McInerney. McInerney shoots for goal from 35 metres. I think he's popped it through, Rod.
I think he has got it. It's an excellent bit of work. I think this move of Chapman to centre or onto the ball to free the ball up, he's a good runner and a good ball getter.
So 2 goals into the breeze in the first 2 minutes. As we were just saying before, both sides can only mention 2 goals for the quarter in the breeze, so that's a good start by North.
They need to go on with it. And now 10 points down. Nilsson bounces the ball at centre. Smith going up.
Gets it down to the teammate. Now Chapman, who's been one of the best players, and they've moved him in.
Vasey.
Yeah, Vasey clears to centre wing, grandstand side. Now Gale leads, Costello I should say, leads on the race of the ball. They need to get a hand pass.
Again he's caught trying to turn back onto that left foot.
Yeah, Mark, I think he's got a right foot. I don't know why he doesn't use it, but he likes to get on that left foot.
Central players are well disciplined on him. They know where he's going to go. It's down to young Matthews. He misses the ball. Costello comes in through again. Bends over the ball. He's tackled. He handballs to Taylor. Taylor weaves his way through the pack. Beautiful bit of balance. Ball comes over the back. Gale runs in, picks it up. Good bit of shepherding by North.
All the fight's on there. On play.
Bit of a tussle on, but they'll get on with the game.
Back to the play again. Central now through Brian.
Clear it well. Looking for someone now towards centre half forward. Punch down. Smith lumbers in after it, fumbles it, punches it out. It's kicked back in towards Smith. He handballs back again. Costello takes it now into his left foot, into the clear, looking for Gale. Ball sits up, he's tackled well, but he handballs through to Chapman, who runs forward, handballs over the top to McInerney. This is better football by North Whyalla now as they go towards the goals again. It's an excellent bit of work by the central players at the back there, though, and they hold the ball. It's through for a point.
North's looking very dangerous.
I think Albie Needham's a bit unlucky not to get a free over the shoulder then, as he tried to back into the central player.
So it's only 9 points of difference, so they North's coming very strongly in the early
Short
part.
passes on, but it's bounced in front of him.
Right.
He gets around, bounces once, goes back into ground. He's caught with the ball and he's holding the ball.
This is good stuff by North. They've come out a lot better side in this third quarter, Rod.
A lot more desperation is what was needed.
They've had plenty of players running in support too this quarter, even though we've been only going 5 minutes.
This is young Mick Gale again. He kicks it low, but the central player in front, Scarman, picks up on him. Ball's loose on the ground. It's handballed out of the pack. Cleared by Centrals over the half-back line to the wing position. Bounces, running from Central, run through the middle of the ground. He kicks it well out into the spaces again. It's a free after disposal. It's a silly free.
Myers with the ball, goes along.
Kicks into the square to a running Central player. It runs right into his hands. He's got plenty of time.
I think he's missed it. He's muffed it.
He has missed it.
Well, it was a gimme goal, I would have thought.
He had lots of time and another Central player to use if he needed.
Yep, that's correct. That was Tim's too, and there's a bad blow there for Centrals. And yeah, can North capitalise on that error? They go to 8 goals, 8 Centrals. So 10 points of difference, Rod.
Yeah, North have picked up on that 3-goal difference.
I've picked up 10 points already. Short pass to the outer side.
Out of bounds without being touched, or at least on the full.
23's Brickett with the free kick. Goes into centre half forward. Looking for Tim's number 19, who missed the goal just a few moments ago. He was caught holding the ball.
Allowed to go by Kittle.
Allowed to go, and we'll see a bounce down. Yep.
He didn't appear to handball that or try to kick it out. Kittle bounces the ball halfway between centre half forward and full forward for Centrals. Ball goes towards the central player. It's allowed to go on. Player on the ground, cleared out by Centrals. There's runners outside the pack. Picked up again by Chapman and well tackled. Buttering up there was out to Chapman again and North. He pumps it over the top into the opening.
Still going.
Comes through again. Still going with that ball, and it's out in the North. It's smothered by a central player who runs on his own through the half forward line. Blazes away at goals. It's another point.
David Tucker.
Short pass for all, I think. He kicks long to the half back line. Up high was Matthews. The ball comes to the ground. It's picked up by Warwick. Warwick's almost tackled. He kicks it out in front of Costello, however. See what he does this time. Spins back again, but tackled, but gets rid of the ball to Taylor. Taylor runs through the ball. He'll be shepherded by Andrew Rennie. He bounces twice. He sees McInerney in the middle, but the kick is not good. Doesn't give McInerney much of a chance. He stands and watches as the central player, Nick Jacobs, comes away with it, kicks out to the wing where there are 2 central players. One of those is Matthews, again on his own. North pick up the players now. Matthews kicks long. Half forward area, out in front again of 2 central players. Myers bounces over his head. And we'll see Pyman handball towards the boundary. Picked up by Centrals, handball back in ground, North smother. The ball's tied up in the half-back line, kicked away now, back towards the middle of the ground, and it will find Kelvin Bowden.
Good mark. So Bowden on half pressure, on half-back flank.
He's got a lot to kick to.
Gale there calling for the ball. It's going to go short and find Vasey, the centre half-back. Vasey kicks up the centre wing. Gale is there for Central, for North, I should say. Can't take the mark. Play their tag, we're not in possession. Call play on. Stacks on the middle, develop the outer side. No. Play continued, allowed to continue. Eventually balled up by umpire Kittle on the outer side of the ground.
Kittle about to bounce the ball on the wing of the outer part of the ground. Smith's up underneath the ball. Central player comes in. Smith hits it over the boundary line. Will be thrown in. Centre wing position. A little towards Central's forward line. Ball's thrown in. It's Smith and Richard Wallace. Smith, ball comes over the back of the ruckman again. Smith hits it through. It goes past that player. Chapman hits the ball through the pack and then follows it up and is grabbed without the ball but allowed to go on. It's out wide to Central players in the half forward flank. The kick comes towards the forward pocket. It'll be very close to the boundary line and will go out of bounds.
So we've been playing 9 minutes in the quarter. North have added 2-1 to their half-time score. Centrals have added 2 behinds. course, Central's kicking with the 8 of the breeze in this quarter. 8-9 plays 7-4. 11 points of difference. Throw in. Fisted away there by Smith down to Taylor. Taylor weaves onto that right foot, goes in a bit of an arc. Now goes for a bounce and he's off. Has 2 bounces, has a 3rd. He has a 4th. Now we look forward to centre half forward towards Warwick. Warwick traps the ball well, then loses it momentarily, gathers in, goes for a hand pass. That is astray. Looking there for Gale. In fact, the centre wingman picked up by McQueen. Over to Costello. Left-footed Costello into half-forward Rennie. Can't take the mark. Scarman, can he get his first goal? Slips over the crucial stage. Player there coming through there for North, trying to sock it off the ground. Mount's picked up by Scarman. He goes to ground. It's desperate stuff on the last line of the fence, cleared eventually by Central through Jacobs to the half-forward flank. Coming through there again was McQueen, but the ball's over the line for the throw-in. So North with a chance here, Rod, but Central defence is pretty tight.
Yeah, Scarman couldn't break quick.
He's having a dirty day, isn't he, so far?
Couldn't pick the ball up cleanly.
Perhaps he's saving all his goals for the last quarter.
Well, we hope so. He now moves up. He's going to take the ruck here. He comes in late, punches it straight down into Neiman. Neiman onto the left foot. This is a good shot, but it's gone across the goal. Central player in the van here, all on his own. If he can pick the ball up, McInerney's come from a long way, but he evades him easily because of the pace McInerney was running. Now kicks it out wide, and it's Matthews. Matthews misses the ball and it goes out of bounds.
Thought he could have hand pass into Wingfield, Jacobs, but still the ball was intended for Matthews, but just fell short of him. So the ball's on the half-forward right flank. Smith versus Tucker. Neither player can get the tap down. At the back's Taylor. He's in trouble. He's on hands and knees, trying to get it out to a teammate. That was Chapman. Chapman dummies the hand pass, straightens up on the right foot, kicks along to the full forward area. Neiman's at the back. 2 players here to compete against. Neiman trying to gather the ball in, tapping it in front of him. And eventually we'll see a bounce down right in the left forward pocket next to the behind post.
He did that well, young Neiman. He was against 2 players and he held the ball there.
Yep.
Couldn't pick it up. It's now bounced right in the forward pocket there. Scarman gets into front position. Neiman on the hand. He's grabbed over the shoulder, but he kicks the ball away. It's gone very high. Flying high with Scarman.
Rennie over the shoulder.
Rennie over the shoulder, and he's just missed with a left foot snap.
Went the wrong way.
It's bounced and gone through for a point. And Neiman was very unlucky then not to get a free throw over the shoulder. The play was allowed to go on. It's now going to be kicked in. Kicked in by the Central fullback. He's done a good job on Scarman. He kicks it long. There's a runner from Central's. He misses the ball, however. The bump didn't come off. He's fighting for it on the ground. It's through the pack now. Goes back towards Smith, who waits for it. Through to Costello. He gets on his left foot quite easily. He looks for McInerney. McInerney in the middle, but the ball won't reach there. Gale comes through, hits his feet. There are 3 North players. If they can talk to each other, they don't. They're going to be cleared out of here by Centrals if they can get the ball out of there. No, Chapman fights on very well. Takes the ball to Taylor.
Being held.
Chapman takes a free kick for hanging on.
He's played a good game, Chapman, hasn't he?
He's played very well. Take a long time giving him the ball. He now looks up. There's a loose player out on the half-forward flank, and it's young Colson. A rover for North.
Yep, Colson, the second rover.
He's looking for a bit of movement up forward. Scarman is waiting behind the
Scarman says kicking it high and long.
He's got no space. It goes high. Scarman's walked his way to the front. 3 Central players beating for the ball. It's gone back to centre where there are North players everywhere. Gale takes a safe chest mark. Plays on. Kicks it wide to McInerney. McInerney takes a mark. That was a good kick and a good lead.
Yes, good stuff, McGale. He looked ahead and saw McInerney loose. McInerney in turn.
Fired a pass to Neiman. Neiman's taken a mark. I think they're starting to use other players. Look for someone else other than Scarman.
For sure.
I think it's a wise move.
They're looking for alternatives, I think, because Scarman, as you say, being held pretty well by the Central fullback.
Bit of movement up in the North forward line this quarter. There seems to be a few more spaces for them. They've got Scarman well tied up, so that means the other players are free. Here we have Neiman having his the 3rd shot from about the same place for the game.
It's kicked 1-1 so far, Rod.
Yeah. Lining it up now. There's a Central player gone too close. Nilsson has blown the whistle and sent him away.
Percy was coming in across the mark there.
Neiman runs in. He runs in very close to the man on the mark, and he's kicked it out on the 4th. He's let himself down a bit. He's kicked into the man once already. I think he gets in too close. Probably looking for that bit of extra distance against this breeze. It's kicked in by the Central back player out to the half-back flank. There are North players everywhere here, and that looks like like lazy. He's short past and he's found Andrew Rennie on his own. He scoots away onto his left foot, drives it hard into the squad. Scarman dives to the ball, but it's off hands and gone through for a point. Norths are doing a fair bit of attacking, doing like Centrals did in the last quarter.
Yes,
Keeping the ball up in their forward line.
Kick 2-3 for the quarter so far, Rod, to 2 points to Centrals at the 14.5-minute mark. There's a kick in. Taylor at the back can't mark, but he's well supported there by Andrew Rennie. Rennie's kick looking for Smith. Taylor the crumbs, can get a hand pass, goes around the rest of the players, check sides are right, we're kicking the full forward. No one can take the mark, picked up by Brome. Brome goes to the safety of the boundary line and just sneaks inside before the ball's over the line for throw-in. So the central defence under a fair bit of pressure. North moving the ball around well in the forward area, Rod, at this stage.
A bit. I think the Chapman move to centre has left...
it's been a good move, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's given Costello and Taylor a bit more run up in the forward line.
Throw in, half forward right, Smith. Ball comes down to Quirk. He gets a high tackle and we'll get a free kick. And as you mentioned, Rod, there's been quite a few high tackles for North today. Tackling just a little bit too wayward. Mark there taken by number 8 in Ellis for Central. Kicks into the centre of the ground. Coming through, reading the play well was the North player. This can't quite picking up for the time being. McInerney tries a one-handed mark. Now tries to tunnel out to a teammate. Hand pass here by Quirk has been blocked. That was rather Ellis. And we'll see a bounce in at centre half forward. That was number 3, Bowden.
Bowden, yeah.
Yep.
Notice he's changed the tape. I think he's got a sore ankle. He's got tape. He's got his left foot taped up fairly heavily.
Now umpire Nielsen having trouble with that bounce again. He decides to throw it up. Smith gets it down. Colson brushed aside there by Daniels. Sock it off the ground by Centrals. Now it's Bowden again coming through. Good anticipation. Kicks it towards the centre half forward position. Wingfield was there. Smith dives on the ball.
Desperation.
Gets it out to Taylor, who also dives on the ball.
That's better football from... that's a lot more desperate. Smith was a bit unlucky as the central player climbed over the top of him then. Stopped him from going on with it. Nielsen tries to bounce the ball again. That's a little better. Chapman over the top of the ball, but it falls out to central player hand.
Costello's leg.
His leg, and he'll take a free kick. The central players fall on top of him.
14 frees to 17 in favour of Central at this stage. Massive 13 in the first quarter of Central. 13-5, in fact, 6-2 for North in the second quarter. Kick by Costello to centre half forward. Under the ball was Scarman, and the chap at the mark, Jacobs at the back, will take a well-judged mark. Goes out wide, looking for Shane Matthews, number 3. In pursuit was McQueen. Called play on, kick towards centre half forward. Central's in front through Timms, and Timms marks on the chest at centre half forward. Plays on quickly, goes out wide, looking for a teammate number 23 in Brickick. Brickick has a quick shot for a goal, but he's way offline and has just snuck in for one behind. Central's third behind for the quarter. They've been outscored so far, 2-3 to 3 points.
It's about the 18-minute mark, is it?
Yep, 17.5 minute, 18 minute.
Norths are holding well this quarter. That's what they needed to do. They want to watch out though the last 5 minutes. They don't let it slip away. The kick kicked in by Taylor. Pack flies for it. It comes to Costello. Costello gets it onto the left foot very quickly, but it's going to go straight to a central player. Quirk handballs inside in front of Ron Ellis. He runs through. He's tackled by Mick Gale. Thrown to the ground. It's allowed to go on. Ball comes over the back of the pack and will roll through for another behind the Centrals. Kittle had a long look at that tackle from Mick Gale then, but didn't pay it. Taylor kicks in. Looking for Smith. Smith is in front. Fails to mark the ball. Picked up by Central, recover a lot quicker. Handball inside to centre half forward. North player falls on top of the ball again, holds it in there. Jackson weaves out of the pack, handballs back towards Matthews, I think. Matthews up. Fails, the centre player fails to pick it up. North nowhere to go. There's no one there in the middle of the ground for them. 2 central players take it up. Now Hyman trying to get past the Shepherd.
Butcher.
And Butcher gets it on the half forward line. Ball comes down to ground with Colson out in front. Colson out in front. Sockers it off the ground. Sockers into a pass to the central player on the wing. He has to chase it up hard himself. Percy handballs it out in front of himself. That's well cut off by McQueen. North might manage to get this ball away from the wing. They do.
Colson again.
Colson again. He gets the ball on and a tackle after disposal. And he's still on the ground.
Yeah, I didn't see that, but it's a free advantage free to North through McInerney. And Mac is it's almost at centre half forward. There's his kick. Goes in over centre half forward. No one can take the mark. Scarman can't seem to do anything today. He's having a bad day. Kicks it out, cleared by central defence out to the centre wing position. Taylor leads in the race to the ball. He's got Daniels on his hammer, and also Quirk. Oops, has a fit of the fumbles. He'll get ping-fouled in the ball if he doesn't watch it. And he has. Free kick to Centrals.
Foolishly gives away a 15 metres.
Yeah, a bit undisciplined play there. No, they don't want to use the 15. Daniels kicks it to the centre wing position. At the back, Vasey. Full anticipation. They're looking for Gale. Coming through Rennie. Suckers it off the ground towards McInerney. Rennie still sucking the ball off the ground. Now tries to scoop it along towards McQueen. McQueen gathers in, kicks it high into the full forward area. Neiman's there, close to Scarman. At the front is Rennie. Can they suck it off the ground, North? Eventually is, but it's over line for throw in left forward pocket. .30 seconds into time on.
Ball thrown in the left forward pocket from North. North would dearly love to get a goal here. And going to the last quarter, just a few points down. The ball's on the ground. It'll be a throw up or a bounce. Probably both, the way John Nielsen's been bouncing the ball.
8-11 to 7-6, so 11 points the difference, Rod.
Yep.
Also the chance to score. Bounce down, McInerney's in there for North, working hard. Oh, it does it brilliantly.
Handball's out the back to McQueen. McQueen gets it onto his foot, but there's a central player on his own. Scarman did not get off the ground. Check that player after the ruck. Now comes out to the wing. There's a central player on his own. Taylor stood and watched for a while. Taken easily.
Paul Costello.
Paul Costello moves now towards the wing area where there's a runner.
Oh, good mark.
Bowden has taken another good mark. He's played well this quarter.
Harrigan.
Harrigan, is it?
Number 16, yeah.
Oh, right. Harrigan kicking towards centre half forward. Taylor in front. Front position's taken by a central player. Taylor follows it through. Gets the ball up now. Handball's on. Handball's on to Rennie. He sockers it through again. In the path of Costello. He's looking for his left foot. He handballs over to Rennie. Rennie's running onto his left foot. He hasn't kicked it though. He's kicked it through for a point.
And Andrew Rennie's kicked 2-4 today, Rod, so he's been astray.
Yeah, he was ideally situated then. He was on his left foot. Well within range. Didn't have to kick it hard. It slid off the outside of his foot. Didn't quite run straight enough at the goals. 10
points, Rod. 22-minute mark of the third quarter.
The lead on from Sentinels. It's kicked towards the boundary. Costello puts the pressure on and takes him over the boundary line.
He's paid holding the ball.
Paid holding the ball. The boundary umpire was very slow in calling that out of bounds.
Well, actually, Quirk was waiting for the whistle to go to play and paid the penalty, waiting for the whistle.
Costello, I think, is too far out to kick this, but he's going to have a shot.
Yeah, have a go.
It's worth a shot. They have the wind coming across his right shoulder. It'll be very difficult, be an excellent goal if he can get it. He would be a good 45, 50 metres out. He has a go at it. Oh, Nielsen blew the whistle and then called play on. I don't know what that was about. And that's the end of the third quarter.
So third quarter time, score 8-11 plays 7-7. Central's lead by just 10 points. North to come home with a breeze. We'll be back for the start of the last quarter.
Pardon? Where?
Okay, just about to start the last quarter of this third grand final for 87. Johnny Kittle checking to make sure everything's okay. North trailing by 10 points, 8-11 to 7-7. There's a couple of kids on the ground outer side, waiting for them to get cleared. Umpire Kittle sees all's in readiness.
So the last quarter football for these boys.
Yep.
And bounce by Kittle. It goes towards Smith a bit. He thumps it on. But it falls into a central player's hands and they run it into the half-forward line. The ball's hit through by Pyman. He seems to be playing in the back pocket. He kicks out wide in front of McQueen. He taps it over and he runs around. If he can pick this ball up and carry it through a bit. Well done by the central player to back it up. Gale's got the ball. He tries to handball it out. Back to McQueen again. He's kept it in play. There's no players up with it. Tackle is done on, and Gale keeps it in. Handballs it through, but not to anybody in particular. And the ball would have to be bounced this time. It's not being cleared at all. We're on the left half forward flank for North. Right up against the boundary line. Smith runs in. Punch is taken by Central. Doesn't go very fast. Smith goes through. Rennie handballs over the top on the path of Andrew Neiman. 4 Central players on his hammer, and they'll clear it. They'll pick it up and clear it towards the half-back line proper. Gale comes a bit too late in the mark. Taken by Daniels.
Daniels kicked the centre wing. North player in front. Pyman at the back. Gets a quick one over the shoulder towards... Oh, good usage of the body there by Costello. And he's marked on centre wing. He'll drive this on, looking for Scarman. He'll kick it in long. Up high for Scarman. He roving the ball well was Rennie. He's still got the ball. Pushes off in front of him. Brome comes in there to oppose. And the loose ball eventually winds up with number 4 for Central and Daniels. Here's a bounce. Dummies a hand pass. Evades a play. Goes for another bounce. Now will kick the ball short. Almost stubs his toe as he does so. 24 there for Central. Overruns the ball. Gales there for the North. Gets it over there to number 3 in
Costello's hands.
Bowden. To Costello. Costello's put it through. So North's get one in the first, or at the 2-minute mark of the final quarter. North's go to 8-7. Central's 8-11. And there's just 4 points of difference, Rod.
It's a good bit of work by Mick Gale then. He was outnumbered, but hit the ball out wide to Bowden, who got the handball through to Costello, and Costello between half forward and the full forward line doesn't miss very many on his own. Now 4 points of difference.
Yes, we've got a real game on our hands now. And this next goal is very important.
Yep, we've got Smith going up again. He runs in, charges in, gets the tap down, but it's down to a Central player's hands. He gets the left footer out, but Chapman picks the ball up well with good reflexes. He kicks long and high, but it will go to the young Wingfield. He's played a reasonable game for Centrals on the half-back line.
This has been used on the interchange bench, but when he's come on, he's done pretty well. Kicks it to centre wing, up over the top, almost a good mark there, taken by Bowden. Gets the hand pass, so they're looking for Colson. Colson gets in front of Wingfield. Can he pick up the bouncing ball? He does now. Kicks it over the shoulder into the square. Looking for Scarman. The ball's off hands and through for 1 point. So North through, draw 1 point closer. They go to 8-8, so 3 points of difference, Rod.
Yep, 3 points. North are doing the attacking at the moment. They picked up their players. Central fullback kicks in now. There's not a lot to kick it to. 22 for Mark Myers is right up in the half-back line taking the ball.
Must be having a run on the ball.
Moved either up on the ball or at least to centre half forward. Anyway, the ball's on the half forward line. It's punched through again. Neiman goes through. Puts the ball through the pack to a Central player. It's now gone to the other side of the ground straight to, I don't know who that lad is. He's just come on, I think, but his left foot kick has gone towards Centrals, and it's got to be play on from there, and the ball's now gone over the line. The 2 Central players went for that ball then. Come out of one's hands. There's a bit of a wrestling match going on, and the boys ought to get up on their feet and get on with the game. The lad who kicked that in there for me.
Wasn't it Frush, was it? No.
Could be young Joe Frush. Trying to pick up where he's got to.
He's alongside of...
Now McInerney takes the ball from the throw-in, but he's kicked it out on the full. Strong tackle from there.
I reckon it might be Joey Frush, you know. Number 4. Anyway.
Yeah, well, anyway, the Central players do kick the ball in when it comes back from behind the fence. And hold this play up. No one competes.
Bro.
And there's 15 metres for a late attempt at a spoil. And
Michael Bryan, the chappie on the ground for Central, number 7.
He gets to his feet.
Certainly made him earn it anyway, Rod.
Yeah. He was taking the mark unopposed. Again, there's been a fair bit of that. Kicks out to the wing. Again, another mark taken by Central, and nobody from North going up with him.
It's Matthews again, I feel, is it? Number 3? No, could be Myers.
Yeah, Mark Taylor standing the mark, so Myers has gone with him. 2 North players flying, not talking, but there comes the ball, kicked into the centre half forward position, but Wingfield tries to take a diving mark, drops it, now handballs out to the wing to Darren Percy. Darren Percy gets a quick kick in, gets straight into the path. Mick Gale overruns the ball. He butters up again. Chapman comes in, picks the ball up and looks out wide. And he will fly Andrew Rennie. Andrew Rennie takes the mark. He's got McQueen loose. The ball's bounced in front of him though. He's got to hit it over the top. He does. Hits over the top. Neiman looks for the ball. He's a bit slow. Costello runs up. Neiman takes the ball now onto his left foot. Hits it back towards the goals. It's right in front of Scarman. He gets rid of the ball. onto Costello, and he's grabbed around the neck, and he'll have to get a free. He's thrown on the ground and then fallen on by two Central players.
No free.
It would be unusual if this is not a 15-metre here. No, Kittle has decided not to play that at 15 metres. Very crude bit of play by the Central players. They're probably trying to quieten Costello down. He's a danger player for North. He's lining up. He's deep in the pocket. Fairly acute angle. He's not right up against the boundary line. He'll be looking to set this ball out in front of the goals and let the wind do a bit of work. He kicks it fairly low though to Scarman, and Scarman's found his way to the front of the pack and taken the mark.
And out the North fans ecstatic. That's his first clean grab of the footy all day.
That was a deliberate pass by Costello. It was excellent. The ball didn't go more than 5 feet off the ground. Scarman was standing in front of a fairly large pack. He puts it through. That's his first goal.
What a goal! What a time to get a goal from Shane Scarman.
Oh, excellent. And the North players run up and congratulate him. Now that might work him up a bit. Might restore some of the confidence. Get him working to the front of the pack.
By Nielsen. So North grabbed the lead for the first time, I think.
I think they might have got the first score, but that's...
Yeah. First time since the early days in the first quarter. Kicked away there by Quirk for Central. Spoiled there by the Central player against the number 16 for North.
It's Robert Aragon.
Percy comes through with the ball. He's dispossessed.
Well by McQueen. He's played a good game, McQueen. He kicks it forward to the half-forward flank.
Yep.
Aragon battles up the handball back into McQueen's hands, into his path. He gets it onto his foot very quickly. Several players run up to the ball, Brown. Back to young Mick Gale. He takes the mark. It's a bit stroppy. He'll be looking to kick this towards centre half forward. He's looking for McInerney. McInerney's held well by the centre half back. Neiman puts a good tackle on, and another good tackle on a Central player, and he drops the ball, and that's a free kick for McInerney. And
the Central's tackling, the North tackling's really lifted, hasn't it, Rod?
Yeah, they're getting that together. They're tackling around the body. A lot better than they were early in the ground on the time. They're pressuring North Centrals into making mistakes. McInerney goes for a long kick. It floats right up the square. But it looks like a mark taken by Centrals at the back there.
I think that's Jacobs again.
Again?
Is it?
Yeah. Of course, he kicks out wide, very close to the boundary line. That ball bounced and go out of bounds from the left forward line, halfway between half forward and the full forward area for North.
So North leading by 3 points, Rod, and starting to finish off a little better at this stage, although it's early days in this last quarter, only been playing 9 minutes.
They need to be in front in the last quarter.
Picked up by Smith, who was tagged, showing his frustration there. Centrals to clear it momentarily towards Gale. Here's it's ball from behind. He's still in there, Gale. Pies a tackle on the Central player. Cool play on. North this time through Aragon, at number 16.
Fumbles. A good shepherd put on by Taylor there, but he couldn't take advantage of it. He'll be thrown in at the halfway between centre forward and the wing position.
So Smith
is up and gets there late. Smith is in front position, tries out the back. Taylor follows it through well, but it's smothered off the boot. It's picked up by, that is young.
Push.
It's not him, it's not Joe Push at all. No, it's someone else.
Is it?
Yeah.
Free kick for the leg, Centrals.
That's young Danny Lynch.
Is it?
Yeah.
Right, okay. There's a kick by Brum to the outer side of the ground. 22 is Myers. Sport low by Taylor.
Just in closing, I'd just like to thank everybody that participated in the help the Colts in winning the grand final this year, the trophy runners, the trainers, and I guess I should say a special thanks to Mr. Bowden, who's been watching the jumpers for a few years and doing a really good job. Thanks very much for attending tonight, and I hope that next year we're up again with another premiership side. Thank you. All right, boys. Firstly, I'd like to thank Mr. and Mrs. Hugo for asking me to present this award. It gives me a great honour to present the Alan Hugo Memorial Trophy every year. A couple of comments on Alan. Alan was I grew up with Alan from about 9 years of age. I think I played footy with him until he was 16.
with blokes like David Atkinson, Shane O'Keefe, these sort of fellas, and all I can tell you about him is he was very well respected by his peers, and I believe he was a very, very good footballer in junior leagues, and I believe he would have been a very good footballer of the North Lyra Football Club. It gives me pleasure to present the award tonight to a footballer, a young lad who hasn't got a lot of natural ability, but is very, very keen on his football and puts in 120%. And this lad came out with us, I believe, just after Christmas, and started running at the rudder with my father and about a group of 20 blokes, just on a casual basis, and really put in. He then attended I believe every pre-season session we had with Buck Gregory on the Royal Oval here. I remember 2 or 3 Sunday mornings, 35-degree heat, and he was the first there in the last to leave. And this is the sort of like North Lyra Footy Club I should model myself on. He's very well respected amongst the senior Colt side, and I believe that if he keeps plugging away and continuing to strive for his ability, he'll make a very, very good player and be a very, very valuable member of the North Lyra Football Club. And I'd like to ask Robert Travers to come forward and see the other new
I'd just like to thank the Hugo family for making this award available, and thanks to the team for apprenticeship.
Well, thanks for that, lads. A bit unlike his old man, who's always got a few words of wisdom to say. There you go, bud. We'll go straight on into the big grade, Willie. Oh, hang on, whoa, before I forgot, completely forgot. Michael McInerney and Shane Scarman. I nearly forgot, sacrilege. We just like wherever Jack is, I don't know where it is. Yeah, Penny Jack. Before he gets here, we'd just like to thank all the trainers, supporters that have been out to watch us absolutely cream on the premiership. And, well, we just on behalf of the fellas, this is from us to Jack. All the fellas pitched in for this, Jack, and the only thing we can say is thanks a lot for making the premiership possible. Well, thanks for that, lads. This time, Willie Sleuth. Right, Willie.